Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. It is Tuesday. We are going to be playing 3 rounds of Old School Magic tonight. It is November 9th, and it is 8 o'clock, so time for the Tuesday Night Gauntlet. So, first order of business, of course, is we need to go with our color chooser, and we need to let the Wheel of Fate choose the color of the border that is around me for the stream. Acting a little bit slow tonight, but we will have to see what it chooses and what is my fate for the evening. It is the artifact border. Alright, so we will turn on this artifact border, turn off this gray border, and then let's take a look at what we've got going tonight. Alright, so I teased that I was going to be playing Elves of Deep Shadow tonight, and this is what I put together. Black and green Nether Void. So Nether Void is a 4-mana world enchantment from Legends. Whenever any player casts a spell, it is countered unless they pay 3. So basically it adds 3 mana to everything. And then you couple that with some land destruction, and it could end up being somewhat decent. Kind of like a mid-range control style deck. So with the Elves of Deep Shadow and the Birds of Paradise, I get my extra mana plus the 2 appropriate Moxen and my Soul Ring. Strip Mine and Chaos Orb can also act as land destruction as well. A couple of copies of Crumble to deal with Moxen and Soul Rings, and possibly anything else. Some Parfait action with the 2 Winter Orbs and the 2 Icy Manipulators. Of course, we have Regrowth and Demonic Tutor, and I have 1 copy of Sylvan Library, 1 copy of Knowledge Vault. We're going to see if this is a Knowledge Vault deck or not. And our win condition is pretty much those Hypnotic Specters. Now, for removal, I'm using 4 copies of Paralyze. It goes really well with the land destruction theme of the deck. So if my opponent doesn't have 4 mana, then they can't untap their creatures. So we will have to see how it goes. And then out of our sideboard today, 3 copies of Terror, 1 Maze of Ith, 1 Tormod's Crypt, 2 copies of Avoid Fate, 1 Relic Barrier, 2 Aeliopiles, 3 Glooms, and 2 Cities in Bottles. So hoping for some fun tonight, hoping for some good stuff. We'll have to see. So, you know, we don't know until we play those games as to how things are going to turn out. But we will see. And our first round opponent is going to be Rich. So we will bring Rich into the stream as soon as we can. And then we will start playing some old school Magic. So looking forward to it. And speak of the devil, there he is. So, hey man, how's it going?
Hey Rich, how are you?
I'm well. I am well. So let's put your name up there on the stream.
Right.
You know, you and I play round 1 a lot.
I could have. I was gonna say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is actually the first time I'm playing with Paladins in probably 2 months.
Yeah,
it's been quite a while.
But I mean, we played 2 weeks in a row. We played round 1.
I did everything I could to put this deck together quite quickly. So this is super janky. We'll see how it goes.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love it.
I think it is. I mean, I have some power cards in here, but the thing is, like, I don't know how well this is gonna hold up. So let's just see how it goes.
Whew. So we
Alright.
are going to make a quick change. Oh, Entrox not streaming tonight. I thought Entrox was going to be streaming starting tonight, but I guess he's not. So that's unfortunate.
Well, hopefully he comes back soon. I've definitely enjoyed playing with him in the past.
Yeah. Yeah,
Cool
he had signed up for the event. Maybe something came up, but no, it shows that no. Oh well.
Alright. Let's see what happens.
Maybe I'm looking at the names wrong. That's okay.
Alright.
You can do whatever, man.
Okay. Middle on top it is.
We've played enough times in the last, 18 months that I don't think that you're going to cheat me.
Nah. right, and you can cut middle on top as well.
Okay. I'll throw half
like
my
odds or
cards
even?
around too.
Okay.
I will choose even.
Even? Okay.
Yeah.
And it just fell off, so let's roll again. It's odd. I'll take the play.
Sounds good. Good luck, my friend.
Good luck. Alright. I'm gonna mull this hand.
I'm gonna keep.
Too slow. It's actually my first time playing with strip mine, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
How's that working out? Everything.
You know, it's a little odd. It really is.
It?
But I mean, it feels right. You know, sometimes it's feast or famine, where your opponent strips you because of the fact that you don't have any lands, and then other times it's they strip you because you have one of your good things online. So.
I imagine the general sentiment that it's probably just about right, like you said. All right, I'm going to keep this.
Okay.
And let's toss. Okay, I'll toss this card.
Okay. You may begin. Good luck, my friend.
Good luck. All right then, I'll start off with a. Urza's mine. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I will draw. I will play a forest into an Elves of Deep Shadow.
Love that card.
And then I will play a Mox Jet, a Lotus, and I'm going to crack the Lotus for green, and I'm going to Ice Storm your Urza's Mine, and then I will say go. 3 cards.
Okay. Draw. Alright. I'll play a desert. Pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw. I will take a point for a black. Go down to 19, and I will sinkhole your desert. And then I will play another Elves of Deep Shadow, and I will say go. 2 cards.
Draw. Play City of Brass.
Okay.
I'll play Lotus. I'll tap the city for 1. I'll crack the Lotus for red.
Okay.
And I'll fireball both your elves.
Alrighty.
Pass.
Untap. And I will say go. 3 cards.
Okay. Whoops. Draw. Ooh, that mana destruction. Go ahead.
I'll draw.
That hurts.
There we go. Swamp. Hypnotic Specter.
Very good.
And you can go. 2 cards.
Draw. I'll play a maze. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Attack.
Untap.
Yep. Elves of Deep Shadow. Go ahead. 2 cards.
Draw. Pass.
Untap. Draw. Attack with both.
Untap the hippie.
Okay. Take 1.
Okay.
Nether Void.
Okay.
Go ahead.
That's good. Draw. Pass.
Untap.
6 cards.
Draw. Attack with both.
Untap the hippie.
Yep. Take 1. And then I will play green and 3 more for Birds of Paradise. And you can go. 1 card.
Okay. Draw. I have 7 lovely cards that I can't play, so I'll pass.
Okay, untap. Draw. Attack.
Okay, untap the hippie.
Okay, take 1. Put you at 16. And I will say go, 2 cards.
Draw. Play desert. Go ahead.
Alrighty, untap. Draw. 1, 2 for Chaos Orb, paying 3 more. And then I will activate the Chaos Orb with the Elves of Deep Shadow, so I take a point, down to 18.
Okay.
We're gonna use my hippie as your maze.
Sure.
Hit. And then I will attack for 2 in the air.
Down to 14. 7 cards.
Let's go with number 2.
Coal Golem.
Coal Golem. That's fun. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead. 2 cards in hand.
I'm at 14.
Yep.
All right.
14, 18.
Draw. Power plants. Go ahead.
All right. Untap. Draw. Swamp. I will cast Ice Storm with 3 additional, and I will hit your desert.
Okay.
And then I will attack for 3.
Down 11.
And I'll pass the card. Pass the turn with 1 card.
Which card
Oh,
to
yeah,
discard?
sorry. We'll go with number 5.
Number 5. Another Coal Golem. All right. And I'll draw. Urza's Tower, and I will pass.
All right, untap. I will draw.
That'd be so sweet if I can somehow
Attack for 3.
Yep.
Put you down to 8.
Wait, I can't do anything. I guess I could have, but that's okay. Go ahead.
Number 3.
Bronze Horse.
Bronze Horse. You got some fun cards in there. Alrighty, 2 cards. Go ahead.
I will pass.
Alright, untap. Draw. Attack for 3.
Let's berserk that hippie.
That's countered unless you pay 3 more because of the...
Oh, sorry. Oh, right. So I can't even play it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, so take 3.
Yeah, I'm down to 5. Yep.
Yep.
And might. Go ahead.
Number 4.
Berserk.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
And then I will pay 1 and 3 more for my Soul Ring.
Okay.
And you can go. I've got 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop right there.
Okay.
Good game. Pretty much a foregone conclusion when you play the Nether Void. But...
So, the deck worked the way it was supposed to that game.
Yeah, that. Thank you for that beating, Rich. I greatly appreciate that.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us dig into our sideboard.
Yeah, I probably should. Let's see if I can do.
Huh. I wonder.
Construction is a problem.
somebody hopped in on the Discord and wanted to know where they can watch, so I wanted to make sure that I gave them that information. So let's see what we can do here. Those look like they're going to be decent. Alright, let's see about this.
Yeah, so that's, as you can tell, I'm playing some serious jank here. But it is kind of cool to get them out there when you can.
Coal Golem is fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to let me put that in the chat so that people know. Yeah. So 5 mana artifact creature. He's a 3/3, and you can sacrifice him for triple red. I saw Fireball and I saw Berserk. So obviously Tron with Fireball is pretty decent. And then use the Tron pieces to get out the Coal Golem, so you don't have to rely on the City of Brass or any other red mana source, of course. So that's kind of cool. And then, I mean, you can always, you know, turn him sideways and attack for 3. That's a thing too. He's a fun little creature. He's from the dark, correct?
Coal Golem?
Yeah, I believe he's
yes,
from the
yes. He is from the dark. Alright. Let's try this. I'll just put them in on top.
You can just do whatever. Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. And you can put them in on top.
Alright, good luck, my friend.
Alright. Good luck.
Are you keeping?
Yes, I'll keep.
I will mulligan. No mana sources.
Maybe if you've kept, I would have had a chance. So I wonder, so you're playing Ice Storm, Sinkholes, I imagine?
Ice Storm and Sinkhole, yeah.
Yeah. Those are
So I've played a Nether Void deck before that was 3 colors, so it included red for Stone Rain, and I didn't like it.
really?
So that is a lot of land destruction. So I wanted to play Elves of Deep Shadow, and I was like tinkering with different builds, and I kept on coming back to adding land destruction spells, and it's like, well, might as well put the Nether Voids in there too. So here we are.
Gotcha.
All right, I will keep this one.
All right.
And let's see, we'll put that one underneath. All right, do your worst, my friend.
All right. We'll start off with the City of Brass. Go ahead.
Okay, all set?
Yep.
All right, draw. Forest, Birds of Paradise. Go ahead.
Draw. Let's see. Okay. We'll play another City of Brass. And I'll pass.
Untap. Draw. Swamp. Tap for black. Hypnotic Specter. And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. Draw. I'll play a tower. I'll tap 2, take 2 points of damage, and I'll fireball the hippie.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. Untap. Draw. Swamp. Another Hypnotic Specter.
Oh boy.
And then I will attack for 0. Go ahead.
I will take it. How did I get down to 18? Let's see what.
You tap 2 cities of brass.
Oh, that's right. I thought I forgot to reset my counter.
Yeah. Nope.
All right. I will untap and draw. Okay. That hippie. All right. I'll play Lotus.
Lotus. Ooh.
All right. I'll crack it for red. Tap 1. And I'll play an Icy.
Okay.
Actually, I did not play land for turn, did I? So
No, you did not.
I'll play a desert.
Okay.
And I'll pass.
All right. I guess my bird isn't attacking anymore. I will draw. Play another swamp. I will declare my attack.
All right. I'll tap the hippie.
Okay. I will regrowth on the other hippie. And then cast it. And you can go. 2 cards.
Sorry, you actually broke up. What did you regrow?
I regrowth the hippie and then
and you played a hippie.
recast it. Yep.
Okay. Yep.
So go ahead.
Untap. And draw. I'll pass.
Untap. I will draw. I'm going to sinkhole on the tower.
Okay.
And I will move it to my attack.
Okay. I'll tap 1 hippie.
Okay. And then I'll attack with the other one.
Okay. I'll take a point of damage. And I will berserk that other hippie.
Okay. So you're going to take 4
Mm-hmm.
and discard a card at random.
13.
Put you at 13. Number 1's fine.
Celestial Prism.
Okay. And then I'm going to cast a Sylvan Library.
Mm-hmm.
And then at end of turn, the hippie's going to go away. And you can go 1 card.
Let's see. Tap 1, I'll play a Soul Ring.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Alright, untap. Upkeep, nothing. Draw. So 1, and then 2 for Sylvan. I'm going to pay 8. I'm at 12. I'm going to declare my attack.
I will tap the hippie.
Okay, so you're going to take a point of mana burn?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter because I would have tapped City of Rust.
Yep. So put you at 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'm going to play another hippie.
Jeez.
And then a Bayou. And another hippie.
How many hippies are in that deck?
20, apparently.
Feels that way.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, well, I've seen all 4
God.
now. So
That's crazy.
1 card, and you can go. So 12 to 12.
All 4 hippies on the screen. That's pretty cool. Alright, untap and draw. Wow. Well, might as well get something out there. 1, 2, 3. Take 2 points of damage. And I will get out the Golem.
There you go. Cold Golem. So he's a 3/3 ground pounder you can sacrifice for triple red.
Go ahead.
All right. Untap. All right. Draw 1, 2, 3. I'll take this one. I'm going to sinkhole your desert. I'm going to move into my attack.
Yep.
And I will attack for 6.
Down to 4. And I lose
Make you
a
discard 3
Triskelion.
cards.
I only have 2 in hand. Triskelion and Shapeshifter.
Okay. So I got you down to 4. All right. I will say go. 1 card in hand.
And that will do it. You
Alrighty.
got it. Drew a power plants.
Oof. Hypnotic Specters flying over for the W.
Yeah. That was pretty cool, though, to see 3 of them just, like, on the front lines, just ready
Yeah.
to discard 3.
And, I mean, I wasn't afraid to pay the life. You weren't putting a lot of pressure on me. So I was able to pay 8 life on that 1 shot so that I could take 2 extra cards. So that meant, so it was.
Which were the 2?
It was land and 2 hippies. So it's like, okay,
oh
so
my
I'll take the land and the 2 hippies, and that'll give me enough mana to cast both Hypnotic Specters. So even with the icy, it was a lot of pressure to be putting on you. So
yeah, even if I was putting on some pressure, I would have probably still taken all 3. That's a pretty sweet one right there.
Yeah, it's such a good card. I really like Hypnotic Specter. It's one of those cards that is nostalgic for me for old school, because it was something that I played back in the day. It was, I played a lot of mono black back then. So just one of those things. So I boarded in my 2 copies of Avoid Fate, and I boarded in my Relic Barrier against you. Relic Barrier because he's showed me so many so many artifact creatures, and then the copies of the Avoid Fate because I saw the Berserk in game 1. They made you discard it, and then I assumed that you had other ways to interact. I wasn't sure if it was just the X spells or whatever, but I figured.
Well, the idea, basically, the deck works kind of nice if I can get Tron going, but I wasn't able to. But
yeah,
like it's kind of cool, like a card like Shapeshifter. Like I can change its power toughness during the upkeep. Right, and the total is 7, so I could make this a 6/1 creature and then Berserk it.
Yeah.
The other kind of cool thing was with the Coal Golem, I could sack it and actually ball lightning.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was in there, but I obviously wasn't going to ask during the match, so.
Yeah, no, it was. I think I have 3 ball lightnings in here. But it's
Coal
tough.
Golem
It's
is fun.
It's high mana cost.
Yeah, and then berserking a ball lightning is always fun as well. So.
Yeah. Oh, of course. And there's maybe even
you can't be upset when you get to berserk a ball lightning and hit your opponent for 12. So.
Yeah.
Just one of those things. And then just like you said with the shapeshifter, same thing.
Sorry,
this is probably a pretty nightmarish matchup for you because I have all of that land destruction.
I knew it was going to be a tough ride as soon as I saw you ice.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the Tron land, it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to start blowing up his lands, and he's never going to get his big stuff. And you were actually pretty close in game 1, because the game went long enough that you started to get some mana, and if you got another Tron piece, then you would have had Tron online, which would have made things a little bit easier. So
yeah, but the flyers are the issue regardless, especially if they're hippies. But yeah, good games.
Colossus is nice.
You have to put in the Colossus, at least one.
Do you have Sword of the Ages in there too?
No, I don't own that card.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because Sword of the Ages goes well with all that stuff too, because you can just like if you're in a situation where you can't attack, you can just throw it at the opponent's face. So
does the Swords of the Ages come in tapped?
Yeah, it's 6 mana and comes into play tapped. But
okay, that's.
But even so I'm obviously got that one turn where it's pretty fragile, but it could could be something you may want to consider in a future build.
Certainly, yeah. I definitely kind of rushed in putting this deck together, but definitely I love playing Tron decks and just mixtures of this funny like art.
Yeah. Oh, I think we lost you.
Maybe next time I'll get you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I see the Tron deck's got a lot worse with the addition of the single strip mine, of course. But and then like I said, I'm just I'm playing 8 lane destruction spells on top of a strip mine, so it just that makes it a pretty
strong deck.
Pretty bad match for you. So all right, my friend, good luck.
Yeah,
all right,
pleasure. Take care.
Bye.
Talk soon. Yeah.
Well, we got there, chat. So that was the deck did what it was supposed to do, and you can never be upset when the deck does what it's supposed to do. It is sometimes A little disheartening because of the fact that, my deck was the complete and total antithesis of his. It was, I had the foil for his plan right there in my main deck because of the fact that I'm playing so many land destruction spells, and he's playing Tron. So with the Urza Tron pieces, he is very, very dependent on getting multiple lands online, and that makes it a little bit hard to do with what he is doing. So, all right, so we will take a look again at what I am playing tonight, and this is my black and green Nether Void deck. So, Nether Void is a 4-mana world enchantment that makes all spells cost 3 more. Basically, it's all spells are countered unless they pay an additional 3 as a trigger. And to go with it's like a taxing card. So to go with that, I figured that the Winter Orbs could help, and the Paralyzes would make it so my opponents would be wanting to spend their mana to do stuff. And then I've got the land destruction spells to make it so it's harder for them to either untap their lands or play, uptap their creatures or play their spells. Crumbles are there for mana rocks and problematic artifacts like Icy Manipulator was not very fun for me there. I've got the 8 mana Dorks, and they are the appropriate colors for what I am playing. So Birds of Paradise can tap for 1 mana of any color. Elves of Deep Shadow taps for a black, but I have to take a point of damage in order to do so. But that's fine. My win condition is the Hypnotic Specters, which they tend to be pretty good when they are left unchecked. 2/2 flyer, and when they hit the opponent, it makes them discard a card at random. Paralyze makes the enchanted creature, first of all, it taps it when it comes into play, and then they have to pay 4 mana during their upkeep in order to untap it. Knowledge Vault is a fun card there. I'm trying it out, and we'll have to see how well it does in this deck when or if I draw it. So it's a 4 mana artifact, and then for 2 mana and tap, I exile the top card of my library face down. For 0 mana, I sacrifice Knowledge Vault to discard my hand and then return all cards exiled with it to my hand. And then it also has something else. Whenever it leaves the battlefield for whatever reason, put all cards exiled with it into their owner's graveyard. So I don't end up losing those cards. And just the way it's worded. So if I go to activate it and somebody like disenchants or shatters it in response, I can activate it again. Because the sacrificing of the Knowledge Vault is not part of the cost. And it can't be because of that triggered ability when it goes to the graveyard. It can't be part of the cost. It has to be part of the actual effect of the activated ability. So it is a pretty interesting card, and we'll have to see. I've played it a couple of different times and have not actually done a whole heck of a lot with it here on the stream. I was able to, when I did go out to the Quest for Urza's Chalice in San Francisco, I was able to use it in the deck that I was running to, get back into one of the games. It was pretty good for me there. So, again, this is my regularly scheduled stream. We've got 2 more rounds to go. You can join me each week at 8 p.m. Eastern. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday Night Gauntlet. So if you have not already done so, please don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. If you want some more information regarding the Northern Paladins, the Paladin Magic that we play on Tuesday nights, the Tuesday Night Gauntlet, or even the Alpha 40 League or Northern Paladin Highlander, head on over to northernpaladins.com. The link is in the chat right now, and you can check some things out. If you are looking for Magic card singles, you can head on over to Card Garden. If you go over to their link tree, which is in the chat right now, that's linktr.ee/Card Garden. You're going to see a link for deck lists, place an order, Twitter, TCG Store, and some other things regarding the Brainstorm Brewery podcast and Discord. Card Garden has over 25,000 transactions on TCG Player and 100% positive feedback. Or you can place an order by hitting that place an order link in the link tree. And when you do that, it brings up this order form. You put in your name and your email address and your mailing address, and then you list all the cards that you're looking for, and DJ will get back to you and get you a price. Also, if you follow Card Garden over on Twitter, that is at Rose of Thorns. That's ROSE0FTHORNS. There are exclusive Twitter deals over there, and you can DM DJ over there as well. If you do place an order for Card Garden and you do follow, just please make sure that you mention me, because anything that you do where you mention me, it supports the stream. So that is pretty cool with that. So I am going to take a quick break. It looks like we've got, let's see, we got, a decent amount of time left. So I'm going to take a quick break, and then I will be back. So stick around. Don't touch that dial. More Old School Magic coming up soon. Appreciate you all sticking around through the break. We did get that match done pretty quickly, unlike last week where all of our matches went to time. So I do appreciate you all being here. This is my regularly scheduled stream, so please don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. Take a look again at tonight's deck. This is black and green Nether Void. So Nether Void is a 4-mana world enchantment from Legends. It counters a spell unless you pay 3 more. Affects everybody. So that means that essentially it makes things cost 3 more. So like a Birds of Paradise is going to be 4, a Mox is going to be 3, things like that. So it puts a tax on the opponent. So what is the best way that I could think of to go with that is to either add the Parfait of Icy Manipulator with Winter Orb, or add Land Destruction. Might as well do both. So that is what we've got going on tonight. Earthworm Jim, thank you very much for the resub. 1 full year. Thank you very much, my friend. I definitely appreciate that. So we are currently 1-0 with this deck. So doing okay. We're on the right side of the table, of course. And we'll have to see if we can pick up at least one more win so we can have a record on the plus side. So we'll have to see what we've got for them. So if you feel like you want to reach out to me, head on over to your email account and just message me at richtwitchstream@gmail.com. I'm pretty quick about answering questions and whatnot regarding the stream, and you can also, if you would like to, send me anything via snail mail. 5701 East Circle Drive, Suite 108, number 256, Cicero, New York 13039. And I am happy to receive packages. I love to get fan mail and things like that, so I do appreciate those. Now, one thing that I did receive in the mail today, it was regarding my trip to the Quest vs. Chalice in San Francisco. One of the things that we did was we did a polar bear plunge. Initially, we were going to jump in the pool, which was like super duper cold or whatever. We stood out there for half an hour in front of the pool, and then they let us into the gated pool, and then they said, "Wait, we got to get clearance to make sure that you can go in the water." And then half hour or so, they said, "You know what? We don't know if the chemicals are right in the pool," so we did not get to do that. However, we were on the West Coast, so we are problem solvers, of course. We loaded up a van and we went over to the beach and we jumped into the Pacific Ocean. Yes, it was only 50 some odd degrees, but that is what we did for our polar bear plunge. So that leads us to what I got in the mail today, and it is a polar bear. Look at that. It is a polar bear merit badge to be part of the Polar Bear Club. Now, there weren't a whole bunch of us that did it, so I believe there were 8 of us in total who did it. So that was a lot of fun. I'd never been to the West Coast before. Farthest west I'd ever been was when I was a judge for a Grand Prix in Las Vegas. So it was nice to go all the way out there and to take a dip in the Pacific Ocean, even though it was really, really, really cold. So it was cold, but it was fun, and it was definitely well worth it. So again, this is my regularly scheduled stream. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic with the Northern Paladins as part of the Tuesday Night Gauntlet on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget to follow and turn on those notifications so that you know when I go live. If you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch account. That gives you Twitch Prime Gaming, which allows you 1 free subscription to any channel on Twitch every single month. And if you would throw that subscription my way, I would definitely appreciate it. It helps me, helps the stream out immensely. So I do appreciate that. We do still have some time time in the round, and it looks like we've got we still have some matches that are being played. So I'm going to take another quick break, and then I will be back. So don't touch that dial. I'll be back. There's still 2 matches that are playing. So we'll get back to some old school Magic. Yes. Also, subscriptions increase your Chaos Orb flip accuracy. So every time you subscribe, it's a guaranteed increase of 5%. So now that Earthworm Jim has subscribed for 1 full year, 12 months in a row, that's an extra 60% on his orb flip accuracy. And you can't go wrong with that. It's guaranteed proven. And I'm here on the internet telling you that it's true. So since it's on the internet, it has to be true, right? So with that, I'll see you on the other side. All right, take another break. Don't touch that dial. I'll be right back. we are back. The round is over, and we are just waiting for one more match to finish up, and then we will move on to round number 2. So, what the cool thing is, if you're not very familiar with old school Magic, we use traditional contemporary Magic rules on all the cards, with the exception of, there's Chaos Orb needs to be playable. So there's some errata to Chaos Orb, that it can only go to one permanent, a non-token permanent, and then same with like Falling Star. You can hit any number of creatures, and then for both Falling Star and Chaos Orb, you get to align them the way that you would like. But a match cannot end in a draw in old school Magic. So what do? We do a Chaos Orb flip off. So each player will flip a Chaos Orb. If the result is different, whoever won their orb flip wins the match. If the result is the same, they do it all over again. So it's kind of like baseball extra innings, where if the resulting score at the end of a round of orb flips is kind of like an inning, and that means that after that we will move on. Now, there have been times where it's just 1 or 2 orb flips, and there are times where it's 9, 10, 12, 15 orb flips that need to take place. So that is pretty cool. So yeah, you just basically you take anything to represent anything, put it on your table, you flip your Chaos Orb. Each player does it. You hit, and you move on. And if you miss, you hope that your opponent misses too, so that you can go ahead and you can continue to go on. And that's only if it's 1-1 or 0-0. If it's already 1-0, then you don't need to do that. It's not for games that end in a draw. It's just that a match cannot end in a draw. So that's there. All right, taking a look at today's deck: Black, Green, Nether Void. Now, Nether Void used to be a lot better than it is now. Way back when Mirage came out in 1996, they changed some cards to a different card type. Most notably, Dark Ritual. Dark Ritual it was called a Mana Source. A mana source was the fastest type of spell, and it automatically resolved. It was you cast it and it resolved, done and over with. So that meant that Nether Void couldn't counter it. So you could use black, and you could use Dark Rituals to get around Nether Void. So you could cast, you could cast a Dark Ritual, get your 3 mana, and then you could use it for Hypnotic Specter, and then pay 3 more for the Nether Void. So it was pretty brutal back then. Now that did eventually get fixed, but it did take some time. And Nether Void was a lot better back in in 1996, all through 5th edition, up until the 6th edition rules change occurred. So, but a lot of things happen over the years, some for the better, some for the worse. I mean, interrupts were a thing, and now that interrupts are gone, instants, everything that was an interrupt is now an instant. Everything that was a mana source is now an instant. It did cause confusion as well with the card type mana source, because quite frequently people would refer to lands and mana rocks as mana sources, where they were technically just sources of mana under the rules. They weren't mana sources. So Mystical Tutor was from Mirage. It was a blue instant where you could search your library for an instant, interrupt, mana source, or sorcery, and that was how it was printed. And people thought, oh, I can use this to search for a land. Yeah, that's not how it works, because land was a card type, mana source was a card type. Another thing with mana sources, specifically Dark Ritual, is that people thought that it stayed on the battlefield, and it was like something like you tapped it and you got 3 mana every turn or something, something like that, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, Mana Source was kind of a decent thing, but kind of not a decent thing. It also led to the infinite combo with Wall of Roots that could only be used once a turn, but because they were fiddling with the errata for Time Vaults, they created an in-between turns, and that meant that all of that mana could be used. And in-between turns was only for for Time Vault, but you could keep on putting counters on the Wall of Roots, and nothing happened in that in-between turns, with the exception of being able to untap the Time Vault. But Mana Sources could be played any time, so that, and the in-between turns step or phase or whatever it was at the time didn't have any other rules associated with it, so your mana pool didn't empty. And mana pools have never emptied during your untap step, so all that mana could get filtered into your upkeep, and then you could use it on your upkeep. That was pretty broken. It was only because Mana Sources existed, and because Time Vault is just a card that Wizards of the Coast wanted to change over and over and over again. But thankfully, they changed it back to its original wording. Yes, it works with Twiddle, and maybe at some point in time I will play with Time Vault again here on the stream. So, a little walk down memory lane there. So, Nether Void makes it so that all spells are countered unless you pay 3 more. Doesn't matter who controls them. It is a world enchantment, so that means that other world enchantments will replace it on the battlefield. For example, the Abyss or Concordant Crossroads. We'll see if we see those cards. Probably not, but you never know. But because of that taxing effect of the Nether Void, I figured that putting Parfait combo of Winter Orb and Ice Manipulator in the deck was good, along with Land Destruction. I've got 8 mana Dorks, 2 mana Rocks, plus a Soul Ring and a Lotus, 18 lands. And then my kill condition is basically the Hypnotic Specter, or maybe even the Mishra's Factory. We'll have to see how things go. Obviously, Hypnotic Specters were pretty strong in my first match, but we'll see. If I play against White, things might be a little bit more difficult, but we'll have to see. After sideboard, White gets a little bit easier because of the fact that I have a Void Fate and I have Gloom. Now, if I am playing against a White deck, I do have the option of boarding out the Nether Voids completely and putting in the Glooms. That would mean that only they would be affected with the taxing of the Gloom, whereas with Nether Void, both of us are affected. So we'll have to see, play it by ear, but that is definitely an option. We've got 3 Terrors, we've got a Maze of Ith, Tormod's Crypt, 2 copies of a Void Fate, 1 Relic Barrier, 2 Aeolpiles, the aforementioned Glooms, and 2 Cities in Bottles. So we'll have to see how things pan out, and we'll see what the cards hold for our next match. So not sure what's going on with that final match. It's taking some time. We'll have to see what's going on. We don't have a pairing for round number 2 yet, but I'm not sure. It's Angelo's match. So he's talking. He is playing against somebody who is newer to Paladin Magic. So I'm not sure if there's just conversations going on there that are, unrelated to the match, or if they are still playing their match or doing their orb flips or what. But yeah, we'll have to see. So Oh, I mean, the round ended 10 minutes ago, so let me just send a quick message. Yo, Angelo. Here we go. Yo, Angelo, what's going on? 10 minutes since the round ended. I'm gonna have to see. Obviously, we have no control over what happens with the other players, but this is my regularly scheduled stream. You can join me each and every week. I play 3 rounds of Old School Magic on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's part of the Northern Paladins Tuesday Night Gauntlet. If you want some more information regarding the Tuesday Night Gauntlet, the Northern Paladins, Paladin Magic, or even Alpha 40 League, head on over to northernpaladins.com. The link is in the chat right now, and you can check some things out. Speaking of Alpha 40, I do plan to bring Alpha 40 back onto the stream, hopefully in maybe late November or December. So definitely looking to have something for Alpha 40
New
back
pairing
on
received
stream at by the end of the year. Okay, so there it is. New pairing received, and we are in round number 2, and we will be playing against Angelo. So we will have Angelo here on the stream here in just a moment, and we will have a grand old time, I'm sure. So he has
round
link,
timer started,
and I'm sure that he will be here in just a moment. So I'm sure we will hear his side of the story as well. Let's let him in.
Aloha.
Howdy, howdy. So, lots of orb flips or what?
We'll explain momentarily.
I can't hear what you're saying, man.
Oh, I said I will explain momentarily.
Sure.
No. Actually, we didn't go to lots of orb flips. We just went to full time, and it took time to get through our 6 turns.
Extra time to get through the extra turns. I got
zero
you.
and all that. Yeah. I have to shockingly still deboard a little bit here. I'm sure that is not actually that surprising. I have to refer back to a deck pick to figure out which cards need to go. You know what? And it's possible. It's actually possible that I'm running a less than 15 card sideboard.
You have a bunch of different decks together, right?
Yeah, I've got like 16 decks or something.
16 decks together. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of decks.
I gotcha.
So
what's up with that playmat? I'm liking that playmat. That's something I don't think I've seen before.
It was a mat done by Legion Supplies. The artist, I think, is a magic artist or has done fantasy art, obviously, because it's beautiful. And I like steampunk designs and stuff like that. And yes, I am running, this is exactly right, I am running an 11-card sideboard because I didn't know what the hell else to put in my deck. And running 61 in my deck. I was pretty sure I had deboarded all of the cards that made sense that needed to come out, and I'm like, oh, I'm missing cards.
Yeah.
So I have some slots open in my sideboard when I finally refine the deck. That's useful. Yeah, and it's from the Veiled Kingdoms, I guess.
Veiled Kingdoms? Yeah.
Is the name of the...
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, like, you got the little airship going on that kind of reminds me of some Final Fantasy, and then you got, like, that steampunk world, which kind of reminds me of the Ravnica world for Magic, but also, reminds me of, like, 11 different video games as well, RPGs. So
it's a mix of, like, if I had to give you an aesthetic, this is a mix between Urza's Saga and Kaladesh. Because you've got this kind of a Tolarian Academy-ish stuff happening here, and then this, like, Simic-y stuff, and then more, like, city kind of, like, castle stuff, and then definitely the airships are super cool. But yeah, I like steampunk stuff, or what I like to refer to actually as steam fantasy, because, I mean, I'm not a punk, but I definitely am into fantasy.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, definitely looks pretty cool, and I don't think that I've seen it before, so...
Yeah, I had to put the Sengir mat away because it's been played with so much it's starting to curl, and I was like, oh no, it's a 1 of 50. I've done what it's supposed to be done with it, but I do want to preserve it.
Yeah,
so,
well, I hear you. I hear you. You could just do whatever, man.
Cool. I will probably roll a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I roll a 4, so this on top. Middle on top. Middle on top
Same
for you.
thing.
Same,
Same.
or roll dice. Whatever works for you. I don't care. Do you want to roll for us?
Sure, even or odd.
I'll go odd. Been losing odd all day, so.
It is odd. It is a 5.
Ooh, lucky. I will play, obviously. And
All right,
let's see
good
if
luck,
I've
my friends.
got- I do. I'm ready to go. I can do this. Hooray! Okay, I'm going to wait for you to determine if you're keeping
Let's
your hand.
see. That's some magic cards. Yeah, I'll keep it.
Cool. I will Pearl Tropical Island into Ancestral. Pass.
All right. I will draw, and I will go Forest into Birds of Paradise, and then I will pass.
Untap. Draw a card. We'll play Tundra, and then we will pass to you. Here we go.
Untap. Draw. Strip mine. And I'm going to Ice Storm the Tundra.
Ice Storming Tundra. That's happening.
And then I will pass. 5 cards.
Draw a card. I will play Tropical Island and Mox Emerald. And then I will pass to you. Here you go.
Okay. Untap.
6 cards.
Draw. Cast a Sylvan Library.
I will mana drain that.
Okay. And you can go.
Untap. Draw. I will play Desert, and then I'll play Disc and pass to you.
Alright, untap. Draw. I will play a birds. And Winter Orb.
Sure, Winter Orb's good.
Go ahead.
I will untap this and this. That goes there. Untap this. Draw a card.
Okay. And you are at 18 because you never used your mana drain mana.
Oh, very good. Yes. Right. Awesome. Good catch. I am playing Desert. And then feature being done at your go.
Alright, untap. Untap. Draw. Shout out to our friend Entrox who is in the stream right now. Head on over to twitch.tv/Entrox to follow our friend Entrox, who will be returning to streaming hopefully soon. Let's
Pixar didn't happen.
Yeah. I'm going to sinkhole the untapped trop.
Okay.
And then I am going to strip the other trop.
Okay.
And I will say go with 4 cards in hand.
Untap, draw. I will play.
Maybe next week Entrox will be joining us. That would be awesome. Happy belated birthday to Entrox.
Forest, and honestly, it seems sort of obscene of me not to blow the disc in
Right.
this circumstance. Like, it's like you're basically like, you should blow the disc.
Yeah, I mean, I'm forcing your hand right now. So
I mean, and you have 4 cards in hand?
I have 4 cards in hand. Yeah.
Gross. Okay, I'll put 2 mana in my pool. Use 1 to activate the disc.
Okay.
Then I will tap 1 more and play a Howling Mine because I'm such a guy.
All right.
And then I played a land, right?
Yep,
Played the forest.
you play that
Yep,
forest.
I'm done. I'm done. You go.
Untap. Draw 1. Draw 2. I will play a swamp. And I will play an Elves of Deep Shadow.
Okay.
4 cards. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. How interesting. play this island.
Did you draw
I
two?
draw one more. I draw one more. Thank you. Very good. Draw one more. And then I'm going to regrow that ancestral.
Seems okay.
And I'm gonna ancestral that shit.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Tight-fistedly grabbing cards. I don't really have plays after that. Do I? No, I do. Mana Vault.
Okay.
Then pass.
How many cards do you have?
I have 5.
Okay. Untap. Draw 1. Draw 2. I'm gonna take a point and cast a Hypnotic Specter.
Legal.
So I'm at 19.
Okay.
And I will say go with 5 cards.
Untap. Draw. Ooh, it gets more exciting. Even more exciting. I'm going to play another desert.
That is a lot of deserts.
Why wouldn't I play more desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I will tap that, and I don't think I need blue mana for anything, right? Right? Question mark. BBQ, WTF? No, I don't need blue mana for anything else. For a icy manipulator.
Sure.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got that going on. This is a hard decision. But I guess it's ultimately not that hard. I guess I just have to suck it up and do it. I'm gonna play 4 mana for Titania's Song.
Titania's Song. Okay.
I'm gonna swing for 2 with my now attacky Howling Mine.
I'll block.
Cool, they die.
All set?
And I said they die, and I'm done. Yep.
Untap. Draw 1 card. Huh. Okay, so I'm going to cast a Demonic Tutor.
Legal.
I'll get this.
Okay.
I'm going to play a land. And then I'm going to paralyze your Icy Manipulator.
Cool. Icy's paralyzed.
And you can go. I've got 4 cards in hand.
Okay, so untaps, and I can pay 4 during this untap or upkeep. I don't even know which
Upkeep.
one it is.
Yeah, it's a trigger ability on your upkeep. Yeah.
Okay, upkeep. So I'll pay these 4 I guess, I mean, do I? Yeah, I'm paying 4 to get a beater. I like the idea. And then I draw a card. And I will play a Plains, and I will swing for 5.
I'm going to block your Mana Vault.
Okay, these guys die.
Yep,
Take
I'll take
4 to
4.
15. And then I will play another wee Mana Vault. Go!
Alright, untap. Draw. Forest. I'm going to. What are your colored lands? I can't see all of them. Oh, you got one of each. Okay. I'm going to sinkhole on the plains.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast a Chaos Orb.
Okay.
And then I will say go with 2 cards in hand.
Untap. I think it's possibly sad, but true. I'm going to abandon that poor Icy Manipulator.
Okay.
Draw a card. And I feel like that was worth it. I'm going to play this here.
It doesn't
he comes to play untapped.
Yep.
That's right. I was about to say, oh yeah,
Yep.
he's not tapped.
Yep.
That's exciting. Unpassed this here, go.
Okay. Untap. Draw. What to do? I'm going to regrowth on the Sylvan. And then cast it.
Okay.
2 cards. Go ahead.
Untap. Probably gonna keep my mana reserved. Reserved. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna swing for 4.
I'll take it.
11. I'm going to. Woof. Yep. I'm gonna play this here. Chaos Orb.
Sure.
I'm gonna play it like this. That's my magical way. Yeah. And it's gonna be your go.
All right. Untap. Draw 1, 2, 3. I'm going to set those aside over there. Look at my hand. I guess I'll take that one. I'm going to play an Elves of Deep Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to sinkhole your green source.
Okay, it's gone.
And then I will say go.
I'm gonna pay to untap my other big dudes so that I got a legion of dudes.
Yep.
Draw a card, and I'm gonna swing with this particular legion of dudes.
Okay, I'm going to block your Chaos Orb with my Chaos Orb. And I'm going to take 8. I'm at 3.
Okay, you go.
All set?
Your go, yep.
All right. Untap. 1, 2, 3. That's a good one. I'm going to Ice Storm your island.
Sure.
And I will say go. 1 card.
I untap just those guys. I draw a card. I swing with these 2 guys.
Okay, I block your disc.
Okay, put you
take
on
1.
2. And I got no plays. You go.
Untap. Draw 1, 2, 3.
Paralyze?
Paralyze the disc.
Yep, figured.
Go ahead. 1 card.
It was like, what could he draw that would delay this another turn? The answer is that. Swing for 1.
Yep, I'm at 1.
Play a Felwar dude. Felwar bone. Go.
Untap. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Factory.
Yeah.
That's not enough though. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw. Attack with both my dudes.
Yep. Today's game.
GG. On to 2. With a board. Now I have an idea of what you're playing. It was interesting how mana screwed you were.
Yeah,
For
I've got
playing
a
a
bunch.
deck
Of,
that
I've got a
has-
bunch of extra mana sources, and that was pretty rough. Not gonna lie, but that's okay.
It's karmic because you have all that land destruction.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh god, I just mashed the shit out of that sleeve. Okay, well, I got replacements. I'm good like that. In reach even. Because I keep open packs of sleeves at my desk, obviously. Okay. That's interesting.
Okay. Let's see how we do with those.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Titania's Song.
Yeah, some good old hit song.
Yeah.
Those are okay, I guess.
Yeah, I have bigger artifacts in my deck too. I just couldn't get to them. But that's okay.
That in. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna board 6. We'll see what the heck I can take out to
boarding
fix 6. To get 6, I mean, this card's just a dead draw against you. Goodbye, Winter Orb. You're useless. Right? I mean, it's not very good against you.
It attacks for 2.
Yeah, it gets in my own way, and then it attacks for 2. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I need. When you're running a deck of mana accelerators, like, no
Yeah.
thanks. No thank you, evil. Okay. That's all going. I gotta make room for a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Or maybe I just don't bring that card in. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't bring that card in. And, well,
Just for those who are not familiar with the card Titania's Song, I will put it in the chat. Maybe.
Yeah, okay. That's good. The best I can do is run 62. Add +1. I have to add +1. 5 in, 4 out. You know, what can you do?
If the bot will answer me.
It's bot day off, didn't you know?
Yeah,
They
it's
need
just,
a break
the bot
too.
doesn't want to work. One of those things.
One day you're gonna have to pay the bots.
Maybe I'm spelling it wrong. Yeah, no, it's the bot is just being silly. That's all. So, is what it is.
Well, everybody watching, go and gather with it.
Yeah.
And see what
Titania's
it does.
Song is its 4-mana enchantment. It makes all artifacts lose all ability and they become creatures equal to their mana. Creatures with power toughness equal to their mana cost. So, but the cool thing about Titania's Song is that if Titania's Song goes away, the effect lasts till end of turn. It specifically says it on the card. So.
Okay, on your left is 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, 5, 6 on the right. So right on top after that, I don't care.
Okay. Same thing.
Okay.
Alright, so I will play first. Good luck, my friend. I'll keep.
Cool. Sounds good.
Ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Forest, birds, go.
Draw. Sapphire, Tabernacle, go.
Upkeep, birds will pay for itself. Draw. Bayou, go ahead.
Draw a card, and I will play Plains into Felwar Stone into your go.
Upkeep birds will pay for itself. Draw. I'm going to crumble your Fell Warstone.
Sure, it's gone.
You gain 2, you're at 22. Go ahead.
20 dose. Untap, draw a card. I will play Pearl, Tropical, Icy. And it's your go.
Birds will pay for itself. Draw. Go ahead.
Untap. Draw a card. I will play
18 lands, 8 mana dorks, you know, and mana rocks, and I can't draw a squat.
Relic Barrier, and I will pass to you, and during your upkeep, I will tap your Bayou.
Then I will use the Bayou to pay my upkeep.
Shocking nobody.
Yep.
Just wanted to do something. Just want to do something.
Go ahead, 7 cards.
Untap. Draw a card. Play Shitty Brass. And then I will play another Icy Manipulator. And pass to you your go.
Untap. Upkeep. Birds will pay for itself.
Yep.
Draw. Crumble your Icy.
Sure. 26.
Yep. And you can go 7 cards.
Untap, draw a card. Gonna be some good old Black Lotus action here.
Yep.
I'm gonna let's see what I'm gonna do. I guess I will cast a Nev's Disc, and I will I mean, it's probably super dangerous, right? Yeah, that's super dangerous. So I pass to you, go.
Cards in hand.
1 card.
Birds will pay for itself. Draw. Here we go. Ice Storm on the Tabernacle.
Sure, it's gone.
Go ahead.
Thank you, my friend. You just did what I like to call a setup. I'm gonna pop my my Lotus and for green, and then play this here Titania song. Lose this Mox, and I'm gonna start swinging.
Yep.
4/4/2.
10.
Your go.
I'm at 10. Untap. I knew that was going to happen. It's you have no clue how much that screwed me over that you had the Tabernacle on turn 1.
Oh, I do have an idea because you're mana dork. So I was like, oh god, he's got mana dorks.
No. It was all about, you know, being able to cast that Ice Storm on turn 2. It was all about that. So.
Sure.
Well, I guess I will cast a 4/4 of my own, and I will say go.
Seems wise. Untap. Draw. Play this here. Activate this dude. Swing 4/4/2/2.
All right, I will. I'll block your Icy with my Icy, and I'll take 8.
Dose, and your go.
I'm at 2. All set?
Your go. Yep.
Untap. Draw. Paralyze on your disc.
Sure.
Paralyze on your Relic Barrier.
Sure.
Aliopile.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Cool. I'll pay to untap the disc.
Take a point.
Yep. 25. Draw a card. Swing 4.
I'll block with my birds.
Pass to you.
Untap. Draw. Knowledge Vault.
6/6? Question mark.
4/4.
4/4. Got it.
Go ahead. All right. Now MTG Bot is updating. So.
Pay to untap my disc.
Okay. Brings you down to 24.
Draw a card.
You need to untap your factory too.
Oh, thanks. Yep, that's a land. You're right. And I'll play Mishra's Workshop.
Okay.
And wow, I mean, I'm probably how many cards in your hand?
3.
I mean, I'm probably supposed to slam my dude into yours, but you've got more cards than me, so it's like, I think I'm gonna just chill back. Go.
All set?
Yep, you go.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Hypnotic Specter.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Untap. Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky and draw something that's playable. Well, that is a 2/2, so I'll play it. Da, 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 da.
Yep.
I will activate my factory and swing for 4 and 2.
I'll block your disc with my Knowledge Vault, and I will block your factory with my hippie.
Okay. Some shit dies, and it's totally your turn.
Alright, so that goes away. Tap. Draw. Sinkhole on your Tundra.
Okay, it's gone.
Go ahead, 3 cards.
Untap. Draw. Swing 2.
Block.
Play this wee little meek stone.
Yeah. So 1/1.
1/1. You go.
Untap. Draw. Elves of Deep Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Storm on your shop.
Okay.
And go ahead.
Tap, draw a card. Swing 1.
Block.
Okay. Play 2/2 Howling Mine. Pass to you.
Untap. Draw. Cast Regrowth on the Aleo pile and cast the Aleo pile.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Tap. Draw. Swing 2.
Block.
Okay. Play another one.
Wow. Okay.
Pass to you. Pass to you.
Untap. Draw. Elves of Deep Shadow. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Draw. Swing 2.
Block.
Time walk.
Yep. That's game.
GG. In
Wow.
top deck mode, needed to either draw a land or not miss. Even a land wasn't a miss for me, actually, in that scenario.
Yeah, I mean, I got mana screwed again, like early on. It just, it was pretty tough. The crumbles and the ices are in my main deck, so it just I didn't draw them game number 1. I boarded in the alio piles because it was extra artifacts.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I have Relic Barrier in my sideboard, so again, extra artifacts against Titania Song. It was just nothing I was doing there because I took so much damage early. It just again, it's part of it.
I brought these 5 against
you. You were playing, card after card after card, and I was just running out of top decks. So
you had a lot of answers, so yeah, exactly. Until it eventually ran out.
Yeah,
just a lot of gasoline.
I needed you to miss for a turn. That's really what it was. If you could miss for a turn, then it gives me a little bit of breathing room. But
funny enough, if you hadn't ice stormed the Tabernacle, I was gonna try to do my Titania Strike anyway. And if I was in a situation where I had the entropy on me, it would have been real bad too.
Yeah, I kept the hand because of the fact that I was able to ice storm on turn 2. And then, I didn't have any dudes. And then everything else costs extra mana. So it was like, I drew all the 4-drops in my deck. At the end of the game, I had 2 Nether Voids in my hand. I boarded out one of the Nether Voids as well. So
this is my board out.
I had both of the Nether Voids that were left in my deck in my hands at the end of the game, which obviously didn't make any sense to cast them.
Sure.
At any point whatsoever, because I was just playing from behind by missing those mana drops, those land drops. Missing the land drops, not being able to ice storm early, having to pay, having to not be able to use the birds for so many turns. And then, the turn that I ice storm, I take 10 damage because you cast the Titania Song, which I kind of figured was going to happen when you had just, so many artifacts, big artifacts that you were playing. It's like, okay, you might as well, try to Alpha Strike me, and I figured that was going to happen.
All night long, that was the only time the deck really went off. The match that I just played against you, I managed to squeak, my last one, an orb flips because we went to time. I got the first one. It's like, but like that's a dream scenario to be able to drop it and keep pounding on you.
Yeah. That was great for you because it was me on 2 lands and then having to tap my mana dork to keep itself alive for 6 turns or something like that. Little Wombat in chat asked why I didn't double block with a hippie in the pile. At that point my life total was too low and I needed to make sure that I could keep some stuff off the table. So
any other hit and you die. That's where you were at life-wise. And to be fair, hey, finally Titania Song has a good showing, so thank you for that.
So we got some.
I don't think that match would go the same way if we did it again.
We got some extra time. Do you have another deck? You just want to play another game?
Sure, I can play another game.
I don't have another deck, but
I'm living the dream here with Titania Song having done what it did.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, you're playing nasty land destruction.
That's not really nasty. But...
Well, if you can ice storm on 2.
True.
Okay, what do I got in here that actually has any kind of interesting interaction with that deck? That's probably gonna get torn through. Yeah, that's interesting enough because it gives you some opportunities. And let's do it. Let's see what happens. Okay.
I finally draw the Knowledge Vault and I can't do anything with it except for block.
Hey, it's a cool card to play. That card's neat. I've been thinking about it. I'm glad to see. I'm excited to see it being played.
Yeah, it can be really good in certain situations. This isn't a deck that wants to have J-Lum Tome because of the fact that I don't want to be discarding cards because I don't want to filter through. But I also don't want to be paying 4 mana every turn to draw a card with a J&D Tome, so I think that Knowledge Vault fits in the right spot. You know, it's only 2 to activate. I don't have to take the card right away. If I have something like a Sylvan Library online, I can, you know, pick and choose what goes under there. So we'll have to see. Maybe in the next round it'll get online and actually do something.
Wherever you want.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's use even or odd.
Odd, please.
Is odd is a 5.
Okay, I'm good. I got a deck, I got a hand, I got a keeper.
Yeah, I'm good. Wait, no, I'm not. Sorry, that's not a land. That's not a land.
Like that
Wait,
card doesn't.
It's like, wait a minute. It's like, mana dork. Oh wait, that's not a land. That's not a land. I thought for a second it was a land. It was a regrowth. It wasn't a land.
Woof. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's you know, I figured that 18 lands is going to be enough with the 8 mana dorks, the 2 mocks, and the Lotus and the Soul Ring, but guess not. Try again. Yeah, we're good.
Okay. I'll lead with Mr. Volcanic Island and pass to you.
I will go strip mine, kill your Volk.
Cool.
And then I will say go.
Badlands Jet Demonic Tutor.
Okay.
And I will detutor. This is going to be an interesting one. Guess it's not that interesting. Yeah, it's really not that interesting. Look at this hand again. Yep. Okay, I got my card, and I'm done.
All right.
Here you go.
Draw. Bayou Birds of Paradise.
Cool.
Go ahead. 5 cards.
Soul Ring.
Yep.
Miss a land drop. That seems bad for my health. And pass.
Untap. Draw. City of Brass. Sinkhole your land.
Yep.
I'll take a point. Elves of Deep Shadow.
Okay.
Go ahead. 3 cards.
Cool. Well, just the 2 lands I drew. Go.
Untap. Draw. I'll take 2 for Nether Void.
Scoop. Yep. I mean, like, if I had the land drop, I get my Guardian Beast in play, which would be interesting and fun because it keeps your crumbles off me. But nah,
Right.
I mean, that's a lock.
But I do.
Yep.
I also have Icy Manipulator, so I can tap your. I can eventually tap your Guardian Beast so that my crumbles can go online. So.
Sure. I mean, I have no doubt your deck has answers. It's not a very fun deck to get on the wrong side of, obviously.
No, definitely not. Yeah, and you know, sometimes like this deck is very prone to drawing the wrong half of the deck.
Sure.
It's one of those things. You know, when you're not playing blue and old school Magic, in particular, you don't have access to that card draw. You don't have access to those ways to get you out of those binds. You know, I mean, Ancestral Recall is a great card. You know, and it gets you out of those. It can get you out of those man screw situations. Like, even if you keep a 1-lander with Ancestral and you don't draw any land in those 3 cards, it still gets you 3 turns closer. As opposed to not drawing, not having blue, and you have to sit for those 3 turns, and then see what happens after that for an additional land. Just the blue cards are so powerful, and that and Time Walk too. But I've intentionally not played with the blue power this week and the last 2 weeks because I just wanted to see if I can put decks together that can still be competitive. I mean, even a couple weeks ago I beat the guy who was playing with 4 mana drains in his deck. So
Sure.
Just
well, I mean, old Magic, any deck should be able to beat any other deck because the variance is high enough, and mana screw. That game that you just played against me, your clutch play was honestly strip mine because I can get to double blue, and I actually have counter spells in hand. My Demonic Tutor call was actually going to be originally Mox Sapphire, and I was going to hold it, but of course I also didn't draw land. So it was like it was insult to injury. I went and got a mana source with Demonic Tutor. I got the Soul Ring because I was like, well, blue's out entirely. I don't need to go running for blue. I need to put myself in a position where I can draw and put Beast online and at least keep the mana I have active. But
and like I was in a board situation where I was basically going to just start attacking for 1 every turn. Until you got to the point where you could do something about the Elves of Deep Shadow. And that's just something that this deck is going to do from time to time, where it's going to be, turn 2 or turn 3. Like, ideally it would be turn 2 Land Destruction, turn 3 Nether Void, and then, while the game is technically over there, I'm just, I'm so far ahead at that point normally that it should be over, but not everybody's going to scoop right then and there, but
yeah, I can read the runes. I know the math.
Right.
In fact, because I used to play Void, and I played Void Strit Sinks way back in the day, and I actually haven't built any of that stuff in Modern Era or Old School. I was just having this conversation earlier today because I was playing Alpha 40, and I came up against somebody who was right out of the gate with Stone Rains and Ice Storms. And Black Vices, and he picked up a game, I picked up a game, and game 3 he just didn't get the right a strong enough start to get me off my land base. But I just haven't built any of those decks even in Alpha because I just find that they're so unpleasant to play against when you can't play your spells. Even though that's a fundamental part of old Magic, I've kind of made it a no man's land. But I appreciate the exercise you've put together of, well, I'm going to try the non-blue, but hey, guess what? You're going to have to deal with this Anthropic spell base,
Yeah.
So,
like, even if I splashed red would have given me access to Wheel of Fortune. But then if I'm splashing red, because obviously it would be for Stone Rains too. So, it would be splashing red, and then, I'd end up playing with 4 cities of brass instead of just the 2 that I'm playing, and then I think at that point it's just Land of War Elves instead of the Elves of Deep Shadow, and then switch around the mana base, and I have red black duels and things like that, and it's fundamentally a different deck. And that deck likes to win with something like Black Vice or even Blood Moon. Black Vice, Blood Moon, or whatever. Like, my win condition is either attacking with the Hippie or attacking, for multiple times with Elves of Deep Shadow, or if I can get my Singleton Factory and get that online, something along those lines. So, Little Wombat says, if I'm playing with the red cards, I have Sedge Troll. I have access to Sedge Troll, so. But
yep, that can be
I want to play some non-traditional old school decks. I want to play some decks that don't rely on blue power, and I want to have some fun in the games that I play, and like with the Titania Song deck that you beat me with, like, I mean you beat me down with them, but I mean you were playing a fun deck and I'm playing a fun deck. So one of us is going to have some fun. And like that second game was actually, a lot closer than that first game, even though, I took a bunch of damage early. And even though
I have to agree, game 2 was definitely the game.
For the mana that I had, that Tabernacle was huge. If you had any other lands, then, I still kept on drawing 4-drops, but like any other land, I blow it up and then, maybe it's a different outcome. I don't know. Because the other land, it puts you behind for, later turns. Obviously, you drew mana rocks and whatever as well, so it was pretty ridiculous for you. That was a hell of a draw in that game number 2. But
Tabernacle got to show what it could do in old school, which it often doesn't do, which is have an impact on the game.
Yeah, and your deck got to do what it was supposed to do. And then like in this game that we just played, my deck did what it was supposed to do. And, it's something that going into deck construction, knowing that I'm not going to be able to do the ridiculous things on a consistent basis. I didn't want to have 2 Sylvan libraries in there. I wanted to have some other source of draw, and that's why we ended up with the Knowledge Vault.
Sure.
I considered the entire Parfait combo with the Howling Mines, and then throwing in, Black Vices, and, then I'm running out of room.
Yeah, for
At
sure.
that point, I have to take out the Hypnotic Specters and rely on the Black Vices for damage. And then, not every opponent is just going to hold on to their cards with the Nether Void on the table. Somebody at some point in time is going to start casting stuff so it will get countered to get under a Vice. So,
yeah.
Earthworm Jim is saying that I needed Wormwood. Yeah.
I guess the strongest card, I know you're running Crumble, but I still think probably the strongest card if you're dealing with a bad setup against your deck might be Ivory Tower. I'm guessing, really though, if you're in that position where you're just trying to keep back that life gain, when are you going to break out against that deck? I guess, somehow you get a disc out at some point in the game when you have a land base develop. Because we don't have factories, that's not a concern. The deck, in the deck you're playing could work against factories because it can destroy factories.
Yeah.
But I'm saying just because that's not really a concern, that someone's going to circumvent your Nether Void to cast, aggressive creatures at you regularly. It's an interesting build. So thanks for playing, man.
Yeah.
It's good to play with you. Good to see you.
Thanks for the games, man, as always.
Course.
And then, while I got you on the stream, do you have a hint as to when we're going to be able to bring back Alpha 40 to the stream?
So our take is that sometime at the end of this month here, we were able to keep on schedule at the end of last league's month, where we ended up having our top 16 complete pretty much within the first 2 days of the following month.
Yep.
So our hopes are, and things have been going on the first 3 weeks of the month, or first 20 days, if it's a 30-day month or so, will be the pod games in the league. And then the last 10 days of the month roughly will be our top 16, with a hopes to be able to show off the finals match on your stream anywhere from the 30th, 31st, 1st, or 2nd, whatever fits into your schedule.
Yeah.
And is of course available by
right. So we're hoping that somewhere in the first week of December or something along those lines, we should be able to bring back Alpha 40 to the stream. So that'll be good. That'll be nice. And then I enjoyed having the Alpha 40 on the stream. I enjoyed having Drew by my side to do commentary, and I'd like to do some other things as well. So I'm hoping that we can get back to doing that Alpha 40 stuff on stream on a regular basis. So
it would be so awesome to have you do it too. Right. So we appreciate the quality of the stream that you put up.
Thank you.
It's super great for everybody because, and these guys who've been working all month playing these games, playing with these iconic, really awesome first edition cards, we all love to show them off. I mean, not in a braggart way, but just in a it's awesome, they're alpha, that kind of way. So,
right. Yeah, and alpha cards are just going up and up and up. There's a bit of a lull right now. I mean, like things have taken a little bit of a dip all through old school, but I mean it's not like it's not like the market has crashed or anything. But they always say that the best time to get into old school cards is yesterday. Um, I have an alpha giant spider coming. So
Nice.
So that'll bring my total alpha count to, let's see, that'll probably bring it up to like 10. 10 alpha cards, including 2 lands.
Well, hey, that's showing the cards are moving. I would have to say, and I know people have all kinds of opinions, but my attitude has been, yes, old school cards are probably the market's about 30% softer from where it was at the height of this year, much earlier in the year. Tracks, honestly, when the crypto market started to dive in, March, April, May-ish, old Magic got a little soft too.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're immediately correlated, but it happened at the same time. So there is that. What has been happening lately with Alpha is, in my opinion, a less of a blow to its ultimate price line and a high velocity. I've noticed that cards, specifically like CE, were softening a lot more than people were expecting.
Yeah.
And I think there's a couple of reasons why CE has gotten a little softer than expected. People, I think, aren't in that camp where I need to own a CE copy to play.
Right.
There are also a lot of speculators in the market.
Right.
And people are gearing back towards that idea of playing in person, so they're prioritizing towards owning cards that they can play in tournament settings like
Round
that.
timer
So
ended.
it's like it's the thing that CE was supposed to do, was fill a huge gap so a lot of people could play old school Magic, and it did that. And people who don't truly want to own those cards are moving along with them and being like, okay, a softer market, let's move them. So my perspective has been CE is a little softer than usual. Alpha's been, I wouldn't say the prices are like I said, abysmal, but a lot has been trading. If you've been watching the Alpha group, a lot of Alpha cards have been moving hands in the last, I'd say, 60 days.
Except for icy manipulators. There's still no alpha icy manipulators out there. Everybody's hoarding them.
And I'm hoarding my 3 that I need for playing League, but that's exactly one of the reasons why I ended up moving a lot of cards in the last couple of months that I wasn't using, that I was hoarding.
Right.
I was like, I'm keeping them out of people's hands who can be playing. We have, I think, like 4 or 5 new players in the league because of it. It's just good stuff to let stuff that you don't need to own.
Real quick, thanks everybody who is joining us. John Likes Games just rated us with a party of 47. So I'm talking with my opponent Angelo. We just played 2 rounds of old school Magic, and we've got 1 more round to go of old school Magic. As you can see, that we are playing paper Magic via webcam. So I appreciate everybody who is here. Angelo runs the league, and we were just discussing a little bit about the Alpha 40 League and a tad bit about Magic Finance and things like that. So when he's mentioning CE, he's talking about collector's edition cards, the ones with the gold backs and the black borders. They look really, really cool, and these are allowed in old school Magic. And there was a bit of a boom when a little while back for that. So Alvin the Texan, thank you very much for the follow and whatnot. So Angelo, I heard the bell ring. So thanks again for the matches, and good luck in round number 3, man. All right.
Same to you, my friend. Take care.
Take care. Bye. So I do appreciate everybody who is here. So I play 3 rounds of old school Magic on Tuesday nights as part of the Northern Paladins Tuesday Night Gauntlet. You are in the middle of my regularly scheduled stream, 8 o'clock Eastern on every Tuesday night. I play 3 rounds. It's game matches via webcam that we play, and we've been doing this for a little over 18 months now. Just since the COVID lockdowns hit. And I definitely enjoy doing it. I appreciate everybody who joined the stream from John Likes Games stream, because everything is awesome here and there. So I can now see the importance of it. Thank you. Gave some bits as well. Thank you. I appreciate the bits. Every little bit helps. No pun intended there.
New pairing received.
And then
Round
I've got a new
started.
pairing. What do I do for work? What do I do for work? I am a stay-at-home dad. That is my job. My job is to take care of my 8-year-old son. Well, he's 7. He'll be 8 in like 3 weeks. So, yep. So when it comes to old school Magic, though, just so you guys know, I don't make a whole ton of money. My wife doesn't make a whole ton of money. But I was very, very fortunate that I got out of Modern at the right time. And I dumped $30,000 worth of Modern legal cards into reserve list cards. So that's how I got into old school. But I do have a pairing, and we have our friend Damien joining us on the stream. So everybody welcome Damien to the stream. Oh, that is definitely not Angelo. That is Damien. So we'll have to fix that. I played against Angelo last round.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Rich.
Yeah. Damien is a friend of ours from South America who plays with us on Tuesday nights. So, Damien, we were just raided with a whole bunch of people who were watching our friend John Likes Games, who normally plays a lot of arena Magic. So, you guys are in for a treat. Damien likes to play a lot of cool decks, and so we'll have to see what Damien has for us today. John, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Appreciate the raid. Good seeing you, and I wish you the best, man. Take care. So, all right. So when it comes to old school Magic, with these webcam games, you see what Damien did. This is what we do because you can't obviously present your deck to be cut. So he's got 1, 2, 3, and we just we split our decks into 3, and then we tell which pile goes on top of what. So, Damien, why don't you go 2 on top of 1 and both on top of 3, please?
Nice. And you can go middle on top.
Okay, so 2 on top of 1, 1 on top of 3. And then, do you want to choose even or odd?
Yeah, I will go for even.
Okay, even. All right, so we will roll. It is even. It is a 4.
So I will be starting.
All right. Good luck, my friend.
Good luck to you too, and thanks for the clock change advice, man.
Yes. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I knew it was coming this week, but I didn't know which one.
Okay. I'll keep this hand.
You will keep. Okay. Yep. I cannot keep this one.
Cannot keep. Okay. So he's gonna mulligan. So when we play old school Magic, with very few exceptions, we go with contemporary Magic rules. So when Damien mulligans, it's going to be the traditional mulligan where, excuse me, he's going to draw 7 cards, look at it. If he likes it, he puts 1 back, and then that's how he's going to start. You can put 3 on top of 2 on top of 1. That's fine.
Okay.
And for those who are not familiar, that playmat that Damien is using is Presence of the Master. That is a picture of Einstein for the card Presence of the Master from Legends.
I will keep this one, Rich.
Okay.
And I will send 1 back. And I can start whenever you're ready.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Okay, I will go island and pass turn to you.
Island and then pass. Okay. I will draw. Okay, I'm going to go Swamp, Mox Jet, and then Sinkhole. So those are not familiar, Sinkhole is 2 black, destroy target land. And you can go, my friend.
Okay. I will draw. And I will play a mountain, and I will play a mox.
Okay.
And I will pass turn to you.
All right, untap. Draw. I'm going to go with a forest, and then Ice Storm, destroy your mountain.
No!
And go ahead. 4 cards.
Draw. My god. one card away from avoid. What's the enchant word that everything costs higher? Nether Void.
Nether Void? Do I have it? Maybe.
I will play Black Lotus, and
Nice.
it's 6 of 9.
6 of 9. Nice.
Yeah.
For those not aware, so Ultra Pro back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they had, you could get these puzzle pieces. There were 9 puzzle pieces for Black Lotus and 9 puzzle pieces for Chaos Orb. One piece was extremely rare. There are only 3 known pieces of, I believe it's number 9. Is it 6 of 9 or 9 of 9?
Yeah, this is 6. This is 6 of 9. I am missing the 9.
So 9 of 9 is the super rare one, I believe. Or is it 7 of 9? Well, regardless, there's one that's super duper rare that actually completed the puzzle. And there were only 3 known copies of that puzzle piece for the Black Lotus. There's more of them that are available for the Chaos Orb, but yeah.
I will pass turn to you, Rich.
Yeah. Okay. Untap. Draw. I will play a Bayou and cast an Icy Manipulator.
Icy Manipulator.
Okay.
Okay. I will crack for blue, and I will
Power Sync it. Okay.
power sync it.
That works. All right. Go ahead.
And
So,
then I will go
Ice
and
Manipulator, 4 mana artifact. For 1 mana,
Yes,
I
sir.
can tap target artifact, creature, or land. Power Sync is a counter spell. Counter it. It's a blue and X. Counter target spell unless they pay X, but the opponent has to pay with all of their lands. They have to tap all of their lands even if they can't. I'm going to cast an Elves of Deep Shadow. It's a 1/1 green creature. Taps for a black mana. And then I'm going to pay 4 for a Nether Void.
I knew it.
Alright, so we're going to bring up the card Nether Void in the chat. For those not familiar. It is a world enchantment. Whenever a player casts a spell, counter it unless that player pays 3. Now, when it comes to world enchantments, there are additional ways to get rid of them besides the traditional ways to destroy an enchantment. The world rule means that the last world enchantment to enter play supersedes all the others, and then the other ones, the old ones, go away. So, all right. So I'll pass the turn.
Okay, I will go and draw.
City
And
Brass.
I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw. Ooh. Alright, that's a thing. Okay, so I'm going to cast Hypnotic Specter, and then I'll pay 3 additional. I take a point for activating the Elves of Deep Shadow. And then I will say go. Hypnotic Specter is a 2/2 flyer. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, they discard a card at random.
I will say go.
Okay, untap. Draw. I will activate my factory, and then I will attack for 5. Bishop's Factory was just reprinted. It is available in Modern Horizons 2. Alright, so Damien takes 5. He is down to 15. And I will roll. We'll go 1 on your left, 5 on your right, 6 will we re-roll. It is 3, so we're right in the middle.
1, 2, 3. It's a
What
counter
is it?
spell.
Counterspell. Okay. And I will say go. 2 cards in hand.
Okay. I will go and draw. Play a land.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 3, take a point. To cast a Mox.
Okay. That works.
And I will pass turn to you.
Alright. Untap. I will draw. You have how many cards, Damien?
3.
3 cards. Okay. I'm going to pay 4. I'm going to crumble your Mock Sapphire. Destroy target artifact. That artifact's controller gains life equal to its mana value. Mox is 0, so he gains 0 life. I will attack for 3. Brings Damien down to 11. And starting on your left will be 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. So, number 1, the one on your left. Ooh, Basalt Monolith. Do we got some cool combo action going there?
Not this game. Untap. Draw. I will play land. And I will pass turn to you, Rich.
Okay. Untap. Draw. Okay. Strip mine. I will strip your volcanic island. And then I will attack you for 3.
I will go to 8.
You're down to 8. The one on your left. Yeah, there's a power artifact. Okay. And then to add insult to injury, I'm going to sinkhole and get rid of, your drop. So, all right. So his combo, Basalt Monolith, is a 3-mana artifact that taps for 3 but doesn't untap during his untap step. But at any time he can pay 3 to untap. All right. Power artifact reduces the activation cost of the enchanted artifact by 2. So he taps it for 3, and if it's enchanted with power artifact, it only costs 1 to untap. So he uses 1 of the untap, and he gets 2 mana. And that means that he can tap it, get lots and lots of mana, and then ideally do something like Fireball, or the really cool thing is to gain a whole bunch of life with a large stream of life, or if you want the alternate win condition, which is totally awesome, is to Brain Geyser your opponent, make them draw all X cards. So go ahead, my friend.
Okay, I will go and draw.
I don't know if I should be calling you my friend anymore after this, because I don't know if we're friends anymore after this.
It's incredibly beautiful when it works out like that. I cannot play not even a mock, so I will pass monkey.
Untap. Draw. I will activate my Mishra's Factory and make it a 2/2, and I will attack for 5. Bringing you down to 3, and we'll go with the one on your right this time. Earthquake. Okay. And then I will play a swamp. I've got 1 card left in my hand, and I will say go.
Okay, I will go and draw, and I will pass turn to you.
Alright. Untap. Draw. Activate the factory, and swings.
That's game.
Alrighty, so I took game number 1, and we are going to go to sideboard. So it is still best of 3. So, could have 1 more game, we could have 2 more games. Who knows? So, appreciate everybody who stuck around from the raid from John's stream. What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to actually switch over to show the viewers the entire deck that I am playing. Now, if you're not familiar with Old School, you might not recognize all of the cards there. And feel free to ask questions about cards that you see or cards that I am playing. And I will be happy to answer any questions you may have. Now, my opponent is playing a combo deck, and since I know what the combo is, it means that I can kind of figure out certain things. But one thing that happens when you play this combo deck that he is playing, the Power Monolith deck, I don't know what his sideboard is, and oftentimes when people play the Power Monolith deck, they sideboard into a different style of deck, so that I need to be prepared for. So we'll have to see what happens with that, but I think we are good with this and that. Spider 1000 MTG, thank you very much for the follow. I definitely appreciate that. I hope you enjoy what you are seeing here tonight. We will reset our life totals.
I'm taking out cards that I will never play against your deck.
Do your thing, man. You got plenty of time.
I should be playing like 40 lightning bolts, and I
40 lightning bolts.
don't
Yeah.
even know if I can cast them.
Yeah, I mean that's a thing. So you could do that.
It's really tough, that Nether Void.
Yeah,
You
40
can go
lightning bolts is a
wherever,
lot of lightning
it's
bolts.
okay.
So, you can go 1 on top of 3 and both on top of 2.
And you can go whatever you want, Richie, it's okay.
All right, I'll do the same. 1 on top of 3 and both on top of 2.
And
All right,
I
good luck,
will
my friend.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
And okay, I guess I will keep.
I'll keep this one.
And I will cast 2 Moxes.
Oh, look at you.
And I will pass turn to you.
Okay. Ooh, no lands, huh? See,
Nope.
that's the strategy against me, my land destruction deck. Just don't play lands and you'll be fine, right? Forest, Elves of Deep Shadow. Go ahead.
Okay, I will go and draw. And I will pass turn to you.
Untap. Draw. I will play Swamp, and then I'll attack for 1.
I will take 1.
And you can go 6 cards.
Draw. Pass turn to you. 7 cards.
Okay, untap. Draw. Swamp. Attack for 1.
Take
Cast a Relic Barrier.
Relic Barrier. Yep, Relic Barrier is good.
Alright. Go ahead. On your upkeep, tap your Sapphire, please.
I go and draw. Oh no. I will have to go to discard, and
Okay,
I will
let's do-
discard Transmute Artifact.
Transmute Artifact.
And
Okay.
pass
So,
turn to you.
okay, untap. Draw. I will play a Swamp. I will attack for 1.
I will take 1.
And then I'm going to cast a Hypnotic Specter.
Nice.
And go ahead. On your upkeep, I will tap your Sapphire.
Okay. Draw. Play Volcanic. And I will try to bolt the hippie now
Sure.
that I can.
Yep.
And I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. I will draw. I will play a land. I will cast Sinkhole on your Volcanic. And then I'm going to tap the Elves of Deep Shadow for mana I'll take 1, and I'm going to cast a Knowledge Vault. And then I will say go. Putting the card Knowledge Vault in chat. So it is a 4-mana artifact. For 2 mana and tap, I exile my top card of my library. At any time, I can pay 0 mana. And when I do, when the ability resolves, I sacrifice the Knowledge Vault and then put all cards that were exiled with it into my hand. But first I have to discard my hand. Also, if at any point in time the Knowledge Vault would go to my graveyard, all cards that were exiled... if it would leave play, all cards that were exiled with it go to the graveyard. So, alright, so on your upkeep, I will tap your Sapphire, then I will go. Say go.
Draw. Island. And... I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw. I will play a land. I will activate the Knowledge Vault to exile my top card. I will attack you for 1. Brings you down to 16.
Yes.
And then I will say go, and on your upkeep I will tap your Mox Sapphire.
Okay, we'll go and draw. 3, 6, 7 cards, and I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw. I will attack with the Elves of Deep Shadow.
I will take 1.
And then I am going to cast a Hypnotic Specter.
Sure.
2 cards. I will say go, and then on your upkeep I will tap your Sapphire.
Okay. Go and draw. 3, 6, 7, 8. I will have to go to discard.
Okay, hold on. Before you discard, I'm going to activate the Knowledge Vaults.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
And I will discard Power Sink.
Okay, sounds good.
And I will pass turn to you.
Alright, untap. Draw. City of Brass. Attack you for 3.
Go to 12.
I'll discard 1 at random. Starting on your left, how about number 3?
1, 2, 3. This one?
Yep.
Power Artifact.
Power Artifact, okay. I will cast an Elves of Deep Shadow.
Okay.
And then I'm going to activate the Knowledge Vaults. And I will say go with 1 card in hand. And then on your upkeep, I will tap the Sapphire.
Nice. Draw. Well, that's something.
That's a Lotus. That's some mana.
That is some mana.
Anything?
I am thinking, but I guess that I cannot.
Okay.
I guess I cannot pull out. I have 3, 5. I will have to pass turn to the reach.
Okay. At the end of your turn, I'm going to activate the Knowledge Vault. So I will sacrifice it and discard my hand to get these 3 cards.
Sure.
Then I will untap. And I will draw. I'm going to tap your Lotus. I will attack for 4.
We'll go to it.
Let's roll. Number 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Monolith.
Okay. And then I am going to sinkhole to destroy your island. And then I will say go. I've got 3 cards in hand.
So I will untap.
Yep. Let's see what you can do.
Draw. What can I do? I will sacrifice this for red, and I will pay 2, so I have 5 red, a green, and a blue.
3 red, a green, and a blue.
Yeah, 3 red, a green, and a blue.
Not 5 red. Lotus isn't that good. Even though it's that cool puzzle piece, you don't get 5 out of it.
3 red. Oh yeah, 3 red. Okay, I will use 2 red and 1.
Yep.
And I will play Basal Monolith.
Okay.
And then I will use the remaining red and 3 to disintegrate the hippie.
Okay. And the hippie is disintegrated, and he's does that exile him, right? Or just can't be regenerated?
Yeah, it's exiled. It's both. Cannot be regenerated and it's exiled.
Yeah, okay. Hippie's gone.
And I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. I will draw. I'll play a forest. I will attack you for 2.
I will take 2.
Bring you down to 6. And then I will say go. On your upkeep, I will tap your sapphire.
And I will go and draw. And I will have to pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw. Attack for 2.
Take 2.
Bring it down to 4. And I will say go. And again, on your upkeep, I will tap your sapphire.
Okay, draw. This is not what I need.
Islands. Okay.
This is not what I need. I will pass turn to you.
Okay, untap. Draw. Sinkhole your island. Attack for 2.
Take 2.
Demonic Tutor.
Okay.
I will take a point from my City of Brass, and I will cast a Nether Void.
Nice, man.
And then I will say go, and on your upkeep I'll tap your sapphire.
Sure. Well, I got the rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher. That's a fun way to kill people too.
That's it, man.
So yeah, it was definitely important for me to keep you off that double blue. So
yeah, important. Yeah, I had the pieces of the combo in my hand, but it is impossible to cast. Really impossible.
Yeah, just keeping you off that double blue was huge for me.
Yes.
So.
And I brought in some Abyss.
Abyss, yeah.
And I also brought in the Guardian Beast.
I brought in Relic Barrier.
Yeah. I brought the Guardian Beast in case you had those crumbles.
Yeah, which I did. I have crumbles.
Yeah,
I brought in Relic
really,
Barrier.
really
I don't have a lot to sideboard in against you. I mean, I consider the Aerial Piles just, because it's not a dead card, I guess, because I can deal extra damage. But this is my sideboard, and so it's I really consider the Aerial Piles, but I didn't want to get rid of all of the paralyzes. So I took out the relic. I brought in the Relic Barrier, sideboarded out one of the paralyzes, and then and that was it. Thankfully, I drew the Relic Barrier because that was actually pretty big for me.
Yeah.
It
was really big.
Tapping down your artifacts every turn. So.
Yeah.
Well, pleasure as always, Damien.
These are my win conditions, as you said.
Yeah.
The Stream of Life to gain infinite life.
Right.
The Brain Gazer to take you, and the Rocket Launcher to do a lot of damage.
And then you have the Disintegrative Fireball as well.
I don't have fireballs. I have a few disintegrates, but since it's very common for people to have blue elements of blast, I wanted an artifact to do.
Yeah,
to do
and
damage.
I mean the stream of life technically doesn't win, but you get yourself to a life total where it becomes inevitable. It's like, okay, so you're never going to be able to kill me by dealing damage if that's the way you're going to win. So that means you're basically going to deck yourself. So that's how the stream of life win goes, and then Brain Geyser to deck them. So the Abyss would have been nice because it's a world enchantment. But you would have had to get to the point where, like, if I had a Nether Void on the table, then the Abyss is going to cost you 7. But if you have the Abyss, then I can use the Nether Void to kill the Abyss, which is nice for me. So.
Yeah. Well, man.
All right.
Pleasure as always. And
thank you very much.
See you next week. Bye bye.
The chat wants to know how many mana sources you're running, how many lands you're running, and if you're running any Fel War Stones.
No, I'm not running Fel War Stones.
Not running Fel War Stones?
No, I am running one Soul Ring, 3 Moxes, 1 Black Lotus, and I have 20 lands.
All right. So what's nice about that deck is that if you're running Fel War Stone, then since you're running Transmute Artifact, the Fel War Stone is something good that you can sacrifice to the Transmute Artifact to get your Basalt Monolith online, or maybe get the Mirror Universe or something like that at a bit of a discount. So just something to think about in the future.
Yeah, I was building this deck for the 1.5 that it starts on Friday.
Oh, okay. So
in the main deck I run with the 4 Fel War Stones, but it is pretty slow.
Yeah.
So for tonight I brought the Moxes.
Sure.
And they are not much better. They are not much better. Yeah, they are not much better. So yeah, the Fel War Stones definitely are very, very good in this deck.
All right. Well, pleasure as always. Take care, my friend.
Bye bye. Bye everyone.
Take care.
Bye bye.
Well, we got there, chat. We were 2-1. So let's take a look at the deck that we were running. So black green Nether Void. Nether Void 4 mana world enchantment that makes counters every spell unless they pay 3 more. So it basically makes every spell cost an additional 3. Witcher Orb makes it so that only 1 land can untap each turn, as long as Winter Orb is untapped. So that's why we got the Icy Manipulators in there. so that we can actually use the icy manipulators to tap down my winter orb on my opponent's turn, so that I'm not affected by it. So I can actually untap all of my lands. Regrowth to return a card. Demonic Tutor searches for any card. Sylvan Library lets me look at 2 additional cards each draw step. Ice Storm and Sinkhole destroy lands. Crumbles destroy artifacts. Elves of Deep Shadow and Birds of Paradise give me mana. Mox Jet and Mox Emerald are 0 mana costs that tap for mana. Paralyze, the enchanted creature becomes tapped when I cast Paralyze, and it doesn't untap during its untap step. And as a trigger, the opponent can pay 4 to untap the creature, which when I'm destroying their lands and then taxing them because of the Nether Void, Paralyze is a good removal spell. Hypnotic Specter is basically my win condition, so it's a 2/2 flyer for 3 that when it deals damage to the opponent, they discard a card at random. We didn't see any Chaos Orb flips today, did we? I don't think we did. Knowledge Vault we used. Black Lotus Soul Ring, Strip Mine, and Mishra's Factory. 2 Cities of Brass, 4 Bayous, and then 5 of each Forest and Swamp. Our sideboard today was 3 copies of Terror, 1 Maze of Ith, 1 Tormod's Crypt, 2 copies of Avoid Fate, 1 Relic Barrier, 2 Aliopiles, 3 Glooms, and 2 Cities in Bottle. So we did well tonight. So we went 2-1. So I do appreciate everybody who joined the stream, and I appreciate everybody who stuck around through the raid from John Likes Games as well. So that's it for me for tonight. But I do appreciate you all being here, and I'm going to raid our friend Cloud Goat Ranger, and they are playing pre-modern Magic over there on their stream. So please stick around for the raid, and I will see you next Tuesday. Take care.